Welcome to the Total Outdoors with the Yankee Cowboy. As you see on the bench, we got the Browning Bridger bow. And as promised, we're going to install Quality Archery Designs Ultra Rest LD. Let's get started. Okay guys, first thing we need to do to get this rest off is we have to remove the quiver, because the quiver sits right in the way of the bolt that you'll need to remove to get this arrow rest off. So we're going to go ahead and crack these bolts and back them out. Take this quiver right out of the way. Now, one of the other reasons why this video never materialized yet is because every time I try and do something, there's an interruption, or you know how it is. Somebody's always busting your balls, and you can't get anything done. So, enough of that pissing and moaning. Now, we got access to this bolt here that holds the rest on. So we're going to go ahead and crack that loose. Oop. Okay, Yankee, don't be hitting the camera. I really want to get a vise for this, but I want to get this video going. And plus, next week's opening day, or the following week after, I'm sorry. And I want to get this rest on and get do some shooting with it. Okay. Now, maybe I'll do this in the contest, because I have another one for a spare that's brand new in the package. Maybe we'll put this aside for a little giveaway swag. Now, the next thing we're going to go ahead, we're going to get the Ultra Rest, and we're going to put that on there and get that mounted, and then we'll have to finagle around with it, but let's get that mounted next. Okay guys, next order of business is putting the rest on. Now, make sure when you get your new bolt out of the package, you put the washer on there. Now we're going to take our Ultra Rest. Now this is going to mount on the back side. You don't want to put this on the inside. You'd be too far over. You're not going to be lined up with your string. So I'm just going to put this in the middle, because we're going to have to make adjustments to this anyway. I just want to get it on there, and then we can make necessary adjustments to it. Well, I'm going to get that on there. Just I'm going to get it snug. Okay, that's snugged on there. Now I'm gonna have to stand this up. I'm gonna cut camera right now. I'm gonna stand it up, get it all lined up as best I could, and then the next thing we're gonna have to do is got these little cable nuts. These cable nuts are gonna go. It goes on your down string. When you draw, one of these strings travels down, and this cable nut is gonna go on there, so we'll be able to set the ripcord string. But like I said, I'm going to get this all squared up first. I'll show you that, but I'm going to get that squared up, and then we'll get back to the cable nut and we'll install that. Okay guys, believe it or not, there wasn't much adjustment to make. I mean, right where I put it off the hop was pretty damn good. I got my eighth of an inch drop. Now let me turn it this way so you guys could see it. It's pretty much, I don't know, it's going to be hard to see on camera, but that arrow is right in line. It's pretty damn good where it's at. So what we're going to do next now, the ripcord has to be attached. So I'm going to lay this back down, because this is all set where we want it. And then we're going to go ahead and set the ripcord. Okay guys, about 3 inches down from where the rest is, on your down string, you're gonna put this this cable lock on. So you only want to put it on one thread. This way here you can stick the cord through there. Just want to get it caught with one thread. Now what you want to do is just put the cord through there. See, I made it too tight. I want more than one turn. I'm going to back it up. Now what you want to do is you're going to want to pull this just until this cable's the ripcord's taut. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to draw it And then once we draw it, this is going to allow this to slide up, and it's going to find its final resting place. And then we'll lock it down. So I'm going to switch to my other camera so I can show you, when I draw it back, how it's going to ride up, and then we'll lock it down. Okay, guys. I'm going to try and get close enough on here so you're going to be able to see. Alright, this is the down cable right here. Now you see the ripcord's taut, and we got the cable connector here. Like I said, is loose. So now when I draw this is going to slide up, and then it's going to find its final resting spot. So what we're going to do now is, I'm going to try and do this so you can see it. Full draw. It's slid up right where it's going to be in its final resting spot. Now I'm going to release it slow. Now see the slack I got here in this cable? Now what we're going to do is we're going to lock this down. So I'm going to bring it back over to the bench. Now what we're going to do with this is we're just going to lock it down. So I'm going to grab my Phillips. Okay, now this is locked down. This isn't going anywhere. See what that looks like? The camera focused in on it. See, that's not going nowhere. That's locked down there, good and tight. You got your slack now because the cable's released. And then when you go to draw, see it get taut? And then when I would fire the arrow, that drop away would drop just like that. See if I can give you a shot of that. I can simulate it with the thumb. You just flick your thumb, see it, and then it goes down. Now, what they tell you to do over here is to cut this and burn it. I'm not going to do that because eventually I'm going to get another bow, and I'm going to want to take this because this is it's a pretty high-end arrow rest. So I'm not going to cut that and burn it. Okay, guys, I was using the other camera while I was showing you the close-ups. I didn't have this camera on, and how I got this to be true and level in the rest. Let me grab my arrow. And go ahead and drop this down. I'm going to knock an arrow in here. It was pretty close when I first put it in. I mean, I just set this part in the middle. I eyeballed it. All right, now you're going to take the thumb switch here and tip it up. Now the arrow is sitting up in the V there. Now what I did is I made sure I took a measurement here and a measurement back here and made sure it was the same. It wasn't varying. So that tells me that the arrow is straight. And you can pretty much look down at it and eyeball it and see how, if you're off or not. I mean, this is sitting, I don't know if you can see that. It's sitting right where it needs to be. I mean, I'm no professional archer. It's my first bow. It really wasn't that difficult. It's not as difficult as, everybody makes it seem. It wasn't too bad, actually. So that's how I got the arrow, my windage and elevation all set. Is you want to knock your arrow in there, and just take a measurement from here, and a measurement from here. And if there's any variance across your shelf, that's going to tell you whether or not the arrow's kicking left or right. Now you're up and down. You can pretty much do a visual on that. You want your 1/8 inch drop, and I think we accomplished that. So let me just go ahead and drop this back down. Take the arrow out. Let me set this back down on the bench. We're going to go ahead and install our quiver back on here. So I'm going to turn this over. Make sure I got the right wrenches out here, which I believe I do. I'm just going to go like this. We're gonna lock our quiver back down on here. Get it good and tight. You know, a lot of these places, they make you think you need a pro or, you know, the top-notch guy, so to speak, to do all this work. It's really not rocket science. I'm not saying that, you know, everything I do, you may see something on here I did wrong. You know, leave a comment if you see something. But it's really not that difficult. I went over the DVD, I went over the instructions, and I think it came out pretty good. You know, it looks nice on there. Here's your thumb switch. Tip that up. Like I said, I can simulate it by if you just fly your finger off it, it'll drop it right down. See if we can get a look this way. Tip it up with your thumb. Then it drops away. Now we got our quiver back on there. All in all, I think she came out pretty good. Okay guys, that'll do it for the Ultra Rest LD. It was actually easier than I thought. I thought this video was going to be, you know, a little longer, a little more involved, but sorry it wasn't. It wasn't really that hard to do. I mean, the Yankee cow baby could have did it. Yeah, see? The Yankee cow baby could have did it. But stay tuned for a part 2 to this, because now we actually have to take it outside and try it out. It's been raining like hell all day today, so hopefully tomorrow we can get a little, you know, a little bit of break in the action. I might go up to the gun club tomorrow night and do some shooting, so I'll take the bow, take the camera, and then we'll film it and see how it does. Questions or comments below. As always, thanks for watching The Total Outdoors with the Yankee Cowboy. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.